I'm going to show him I don't need him. And so what are the things for women? Why do women cheat? Because emotional fulfillment, they they're someone's willing to communicate with them, talk with them. In a new relationship or a new encounter, you're able to believe whatever you want to believe about that other individual, whether those things can be true or not. And the second reason why that women may cheat is because they're retaliating. They have revenge. He's like this, and I'm going to show him I don't need him. So because of that, she'll go out there. And women, a lot of times, don't really realize men are not into the emotional part of the sexual encounter. It's all physical for them. But for a woman, she's looking to be able to, if she's going to detach at home, she needs to reattach when she goes out. And then the third thing, the reason why, is because they start believing or thinking about themselves differently. And this happened to actually someone that was fairly close to me. This woman, her husband was an officer in the Chicago Police Department. She made him look like he was just the greatest thing on the face of the earth. His superiors would always comment on how great that he had things together and how well that, his wife was really kind of helping him to just really go forward in his career. And his bosses would acknowledge that. But at home, he would tell her that she wasn't worth anything. He would tell her that, you're no good. No one would ever want you at all. No one would want you. Well, this went on for a few years. And when it went on, I was called in, actually, by the woman. What is happening to me? And I said, your husband rejected you. So tell me what happened next. What was on your mind? And she said, I was going to show him that I wasn't, because I know I'm not what he said. I said, well, okay. I said, so what did you do in order to prove that? She linked up with another woman, and they went from man to man, 2 women on one guy. And she just said, I'm just going to show him that I'm not like he thinks that I am. And so she does it because of her change of mindset, her change of self-perception. She does it to retaliate. She does it to be able to fulfill a set of emotions that are not being filled by her husband. While on one side, for men, it's something that just happened. But for women, much of it is calculated. Much of it is proving a point. Much of it is retaliatory. Much of it is, I need to have my tank filled, and now I don't even care who does it. And so that's pretty much the scenario or what the landscape looks like in the arena of cheating. It's just almost, it's so diabolical, and it destroys so many things. A person who gets into these extramarital affairs, they probably will never be able to see themselves as a person of their word, as an individual who makes a decision and they stay with it, because now they've got all of these things that they've made these different choices that actually have changed who they are.
I like how you paint the structure so clearly of what happens that leads up to a scenario where people are cheating on each other, and that there's a difference between the genders and how they get into that situation. What can he do so she never feels not loved, her emotional needs are not fulfilled, and then she goes?
Well, all of us have heard about the book, The Five Love Languages. All of us have heard that.
Yeah.
But I think that people have these love languages, but they have them all. They don't have one.
It's a percentage
Yeah,
of distribution.
Yeah, right. It's today's Wednesday, today's Thursday, today. So
Yeah.
every day brings something different that a person needs, and what that gentleman can do for the life he has at home is simple. It's stay connected, stay so close to her that she never has reason to wander in her thoughts. Consistently speak over her good things. Admire her or appreciate her in public.
In public.
Show everyone around you that you've got the best thing going. And this is it for my life. Because all of that, that guy would be smart to use the people around him to begin to build the fortress or the wall that would keep that cheating from ever coming. So when he goes home, he's doing everything. One of the languages is, quality time. Well, okay, quality time, words of affirmation, gifts, and all these other issues. Well, people need all of those. So I want to speak well. I want to make sure that she stops, and I make her look at me, and I tell her, this is how I feel. And so cheating is very expensive. Let's say let's really go out there and let's say, oh man, you were able to cheat for 2 hours. You were cheating with this woman for 2 hours. And in that 2 hour time, let me ask you, is 20 years the exchange that you're going to make for those 2 hours? And the guy will go, well, that was really dumb. Just remember, if this woman that you got with, if she cheated with you, she'll cheat on you. It's the one at home that's not cheating. So you have to nurture that, because that's got to be strong. If that's not strong, your life doesn't matter how many millions that you make.